Today I have a short practice for you that will help strengthen your low back with very gentle movements and yoga postures. Welcome back to the Seasonal Intentions YouTube channel. I'm Emily Reed. Sometimes my low back hurts. People think that yoga teachers or movement professionals shouldn't have any pain because we're moving and teaching others how to move. But we too can experience pain. Low backs tend to be problematic for almost anyone, especially in this day and age when we sit a lot. If your low back's feeling a little tender or you want to give it a little bit of extra love today, hit the like button right here on the video so that I know this is the kind of practice that is useful and helpful for you. If you have a yoga block at home, grab it. We'll use it a little bit later. We're going to start in a tabletop position on hands and knees. If you like, cushion the knees and get yourself as comfortable as possible. Start by getting to know the floor with your hands and your legs. Maybe gently walk around, placing the hands in different positions. And notice how your back is part of this, sitting between the shoulders and your hips. There's a lot of muscles, not just the back, a lot of belly and trunk muscles. We'll start with a simple cat-cow movement or cat-camel. So start to round your back, push into the hands slightly, and come up as high as you like. Curl your chin towards your chest and pause here for a moment. Continue to breathe naturally. And then return to your starting position in tabletop. And if it's comfortable for you, lower the belly slightly to arch the low back. Maybe you look forward beyond the edge of your mat. And pause here. Again, breathe naturally while you hold the position. And then continue going back and forth between cat, rounding your back, chin to chest, maybe look for your belly button, and cow, or sometimes it's called camel, arching the back, look forward. And continue a few more rounds on your own. And pause for a moment in each of the cat and camel positions. Good. I'll find an ending for that. Return to tabletop. And if you like, give your wrists a break. Shake out the hands. Return to tabletop for the next exercise. Steady yourself on your hands and your feet. But start to lift your left hand forward slightly, as if towards shoulder height. You can pause anywhere between the floor and shoulder height. So notice where it's challenging for you. And then replace the hand back down on the floor. Switch and do the other hand. Reach the arm forward and up, any amount, and then back down to the floor. Continue a few more times, alternating arms. And know that it's okay if one arm can go a little bit higher or a little bit further. And if when you do the other side, things feel a bit different, that's an indication that maybe it's going to look a little different. Try a few more. And anytime you need a break, or some feelings start to get a little bit intense for you, then take a break. Rest. Finish up one more on each side. And then pause. Maybe again, you give your hands a break, your wrists a break, shake it out. And then return to tabletop. This time, instead of moving the arms back and forth, we'll move the legs one at a time in a similar fashion. So reach your left leg back behind you. Any amount, your toes can tap the floor behind you or lift away. And then lower back down, replace the knee. Switch sides and lift the right leg up any amount. And then lower. Continue back and forth a few more times. And since today we're really focusing on a practice to strengthen and support that's gentle, see if you can maintain a relatively smooth, stable position for your trunk. So between your shoulders and your hips, it's not going to move a whole lot. Now, you don't have to be rigid about it. And it's okay if it moves. Your body knows how to do that. We're simply trying to focus in on some of the muscles in the lower back, in the hips, in the trunk, and stabilizing smooth movements is one way that we can do that today. Now, some of these things may look really simple, but if you're doing them along with me, you'll start to feel some feelings, especially as you get higher into the repetitions. You can also lift the leg and hold it, squeezing the glute, holding this position, and then lower your leg down. That'll add challenge because it adds load or weight, essentially. Gravity is helping us to strengthen. All right, one more. And then give it a rest, take a break. Now I know you see me coming back onto my heels, and that's one of the reasons why I love having a block, because for many of us, myself included, it doesn't always feel so great to sit that way. You can also be more upright or sit on your bum and pause for a few moments. Okay, now we're going to put those two movements together, the arm lifting and the leg lifting, but we'll use opposite arm and leg. This is going to get a cross body strengthening action and really helps to both strengthen the trunk, which includes the belly and the back, but also tones some of these deeper muscles and tissues that we really can't see or touch from the outside. So when you're ready, return to your hands and knees and try your left arm and right leg. Lift them any amount. And don't be surprised if you feel like they don't want to lift quite as high as when you did them one at a time. That's okay. And then lower down. Switch sides, left arm, right leg, and lower. Do you feel a difference when you do one side versus the other? For me, there's a marked difference where I feel much stronger and smoother on one side, and the other side gets tired faster. That's totally normal. Again, if you want to challenge yourself a little bit more, lift the arm and leg and hold it. Keep the belly and the trunk firm. And then lower back down. Switch sides, lift and hold. lower. Try a few more. Nice. When you're ready, take a break and come and sit. Extend your legs out in front of you. Maybe you rub the outer hips or even your low back to warm it up or thank it for all the work that it's doing. And then if you have a block at home, again, it's not necessary, but we will use it in a moment for one optional exercise. Grab it so you have it within reach, and then lower yourself down onto your back. If it feels good, take a moment with your feet flat on the floor, back flat on the ground. And let gravity gently pull your whole spine, your whole back, really your whole body towards the floor. Nice. From here, set your feet up so they're underneath your knees. You can pull them in a bit closer towards your bum and take your arms down by your sides, palms facing down. Arms nice and tight, close to the body. When you're ready, press the feet into the floor and start to peel your bum and your lower back and your mid back away from the ground in bridge pose, or what's sometimes called hip bridge. Slowly lower yourself back down and then pause at the bottom. Again, press the feet into the floor, lift the hips away, bridge pose, and then lower. If you decide it's a little awkward where you've placed your feet, adjust and try again. And lift. This time, hold the lift. Maybe you decide to back away from the highest position if it's very challenging for you. And then imagine your thighs are moving towards each other so they're not coming wide apart. That's something your body knows how to do, but for today, we're trying to strengthen and focus just on this lower back area. You might be feeling some feelings elsewhere in your legs and your thighs and your feet. And then lower yourself down, rest your back on the floor. And again, take a moment. Maybe your hands come to your belly or the heart. And let gravity pull gently, pulling you closer to the earth, allowing those muscles that we're working to release and relax. Let's do bridge pose one more time. So when you're ready, set up with your arms by your sides, your feet in a place that feels good. And then peel the low back and the mid back away from the floor. Rise up into your bridge. Let your breath be easy and natural. And as best you can, breathe in and out through the nose. Slowly lower yourself down and take a moment again to rest. If you have a block at home and you'd like to explore resting in a passive bridge pose, grab the block and lift your hips just enough that you can slide that block sideways under your bum so that your low back and bum can rest on it. In a similar way, gravity will pull you towards the floor, but you're supported here. Your natural curve in the lower part of your spine is supported by the lift of the block. Be here for a few moments. And then when you're ready, press the feet into the floor so you can lift up and away, take the block out from underneath you. And now draw the knees in towards your chest. If you like, grab the backs of the thighs in the hands and let the knees go wide for a dead bug or happy baby pose. Feel your whole back connected with the earth. And feel your back expand against the earth with each breath. Let your feet rest down on the ground. And pause here for another moment. When you're ready, roll to one side and use your hand to help yourself up to sit. My hope is that this short but effective practice helps to strengthen and tone your lower back and also the trunk. If you liked this practice, subscribe to the Seasonal Intentions channel below, and I'll see you next time.